Alright guys, so car's back. Alright guys, so the car's back. I'm pretty happy with how it went at Supernats. It's never going to be perfect, but you know, it's getting better every time. And got a few little issues I've got to look at and try and address, but I think they're all pretty workable. So plan is, it's Monday. I unloaded the car yesterday. Friday I'm going to Winton for the event on Saturday, so that'll be good fun. We got like roll racing, so I'll throw the big fat tyres on the back, and just cruising around and sort of skidding the track and maybe a couple of burnouts. So after that skid, it all went pretty well. I'm still struggling with getting that instant smoke, but the track was really wet where I started, so that was always going to be hard. At the end of the run, as I drove back to the pits, I lost power. You could see the voltage was going down. It got to about 6 volts and then just cut out. The Haltech just cut out. And then the ignition fuse kept blowing. I looked, couldn't find anywhere it's shorting out. So I'm going to have to sort of pull the tunnel off. The wiring's sort of all under there. Just go through everything and find what's going on with that, because that stopped the fuel pump and everything. The other thing that happened, as I was driving off, it was sort of going click, click, click. So what's happened is, if you can see there, those belts have overlapped. So the alternator belt should be running all the way in there. So I'm going to have to play around with this and adjust that. I might have to shorten these a little bit to bring that back in a little bit. So as they were running over each other, this was gripping and sort of going bonk, bonk, bonk. So hopefully I can get that sorted. Now I did have I pulled the plug out of there, but that was all leaking out under there. So I'm going to pull the radiator out and just see whether there's like a crack in the corner or something. If there is, I'll get that fixed up. And I might just look at doing some extra mounts on this, or potentially running like a bar support between the two strut towers. Just worried that with those rails coming out and the amount of force when you're really swinging on it, whether it's twisting those front rails a little bit, because there's sort of nothing joining them right at the front, and might be flexing that radiator and causing it to crack. So yeah, I'll check that out. So first thing is probably just pull the tunnel off, try and track down that wiring, and then pull this radiator out. Go from there. But it's all looking on track for Friday, so it's good. Alright guys, so I've had a bit of a win. I was trying to track down this short in the ignition system. Going over all the wiring diagrams, disconnected all the sensors in case they were bad, tracked it down to the pink wire, which is like a switched ignition, which supplied the ECU. That also went to all the sensors, and just sort of eliminated one by one. And I found the cam sensor shielded cable. So here's these shielded cables here. So this was the cam sensor one. You can have a look there. It's got hot for some reason and melted and shorting out like all inside there. So that goes all the way to the cam. So I think my best bet is to go and see if I can buy some more of that shielded 4-core cable and just replace that whole bit. I don't know whether see, it's got melted sort of all the way along, I think, so I don't think it's because of external heat. I don't know if something can cause that wire to run hot, so I'll do a bit of googling and see if there's something to do with the wiring of the cam sensor that can, or the cam sensor being faulty, that can do that. But yeah, I'll fix that up and then I can get it running again. Alright, figured it out. So yeah, that cam sensor wiring had been shorting out. I thought it was all internal, but let's have a look down here. Hang on. Take two. Okay. In here, bit hot. Little wires coming out the bottom of it, and it's melted there, so that shored that out. So I thought that would be far enough from the exhaust, but obviously not. So I'll replace that wire to the cam sensor, and then I've got some shielding, heat shielding to throw over the top of it as well. So that's good, not too bad of a fix. Alright, so it's been a fair bit of work getting this car all sorted. I've got lights on it, blinkers, brake lights, headlights. I'll show you there, right down in the bumper there. So yeah, basically I've got shitloads of tyres packed. There's 9 up there, another 3 there, plus the drag tyres. So I'm gonna go pick up the kids from school, and I'm gonna drop them in Albury to Mum's place, and then yeah, off to Winton to camp tonight. I've overpacked, but it's alright, I don't really want to be short anything while I'm there. It's stinking hot, you can't even touch the trailer or the outside of the car, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, anyway, let's go, let's do it. What a shit fight this is. There's about probably 50 cars and trailers lined up, and I'm stuck nearly hanging out on the highway. Hurry up. So you got to park somewhere, walk all the way up, get your paperwork, then come back. But I'm not going to leave my car hanging out here, like right on the road. So I'll wait till I get down halfway or something and then go and get my stuff. But noticed my throttle was sticking on a little bit, so better get that fixed before I go out again. That's scary shit when you the throttle's stuck on that. I keep hooking my foot underneath and turn it off. So I'll track down one of them, and then get back out there for the roll racing. Stuff that run. As I was lining up, it was sort of loading up with fuel and idle properly, and also that's when the alternator started playing up, and so I was there revving it a few times. Normally that will excite the alternator and get it to start charging, but it was sitting on about 11.9, 11.8 volts. It wasn't going up at all. Yeah, then just fueling up, and you can see there when I started from the first cone, it took about 30 metres for it to sort of clear up and start to accelerate, and then it just sort of threw itself in top gear, and yeah, it was just felt like a slug compared to the previous cruise sessions where it was flying. So I was into it a little bit. It was only about half throttle, and then I was sort of back there, so that was a shame. Bucket up my one shot at the roll racing, but not to worry, next time we'll go better. Alright, so we had dramas. The alternator just died. I spent a while trying to fix it. I didn't know if it's the battery or what. It's not batteries, but it's not charging, so I could maybe go into a skid. I'm just not confident the battery's going to last long enough, because it just does drain really quick when you watch it. So So I'll load her up, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, it's still together, there's no holes in it. So, yeah, we'll load her up. Get a video of me, darling.
Daddy, gotta go now. Bye.
Slightly looser than me. Fuck me. No way. I put it in a straight line and I plan it.
I whipped it 3 times by then.
Fucking hell.
You get real loose and every time sort of moves from you then. Main link in these corners all day,